Hello everybody, it's your boy DometriousStheTitan here today, and today we're here to talk about Cyberpunk 2077. The game is out, and man, was I super pumped for the game. I guess I'm still excited for the game, but oh man, bugs aplenty, glitches aplenty. I am not one of those who was fortunate, one of those people who was fortunate enough to get the PlayStation 5. I am playing on the PlayStation 4. I decided not to get it for PC because I previously did a video talking about the fact that there was plenty of bugs and glitches for the PC version of the game, and I thought I could get around that by simply playing on my PS4. Oh no. When I entered the world of Cyberpunk 2077 and I'm going through the main story and I was finally able to like walk around and get some freedom and look around, one of the very first things that I noticed was like the very first thing was I was looking over at this other character because I was like, oh, you know, wow, everything's like, I like the uniqueness of each individual NPC, and I looked down and I noticed that her legs were just gone. And I was like, oh, maybe she's an amputee, you know, it's Cyberpunk.
Up the curb. But then you're gonna.
She has no legs! Oh boy, oh, this game is glitched the fuck out. Is this already an issue? I wonder if I leave and come back, her legs will come back. So there was a significant lack of detail in the arms of this guy. Alright, this is not supposed to be like this. So that was, I immediately noticed that, and I just, for whatever reason, as you can see in this clip here, I kept walking away and returning to her and walking away and returning to her to see if her legs would load in, and they eventually did, and they looked very bad still. Did her legs flip back in? I'm just curious. There they go, her legs. Her legs. She has legs with tattoos. Now later on in the game, again, I'm not that far, but I just wanted to talk about my first impressions of the game so far playing on PlayStation 4. But later on, as you know, going through the introduction of the game, I noticed very, very, very early that this game on the PlayStation 4 does a lot of, like, as you're walking throughout the game, you're watching things like render in, like things look awful for a good while, and then as you're walking around and talking to people, you're like watching the graphics get better, and it is like, it's kind of jarring.
Rick's one of the good guys, you'll see. I trust him like a brother.
Okay.
Yeah, so you said.
This is what I mean. See, and then the detail kicks in later. Based off what I've heard, people who were blessed to get the PlayStation 5 or any next gen, I think maybe, yeah, the PlayStation 5 aren't going to have that problem as far as I am concerned, or as far as I've heard, and people that have like really good GPUs, you know, like I guess like $400 or $500 GPUs aren't having that problem, but I don't got that kind of money, bro. So I have in my computer, I have a NVIDIA, I think it's a 1050 Ti, I think it is. I may be wrong about that, but that's what I think it is. And I run games fine, but I ain't running Cyberpunk. And I did a video, my last Cyberpunk 2077 video was me talking about the fact that I heard that there was going to be a lot of issues on PC, or you know, we went through the reviews, there's a lot of issues for the PC version of the game, so I thought I could get around that by playing on the PlayStation 4, and no, there are still bugs and glitches everywhere. Everywhere, bro. One of the other things that I'm seeing a lot in the game is, like, as I walk, there are points where like I freeze, and then I have to wait for the game to like load back up, and then I go, and it's like, what? It's like I'm playing on like a really old bad PC, and I'm trying to run like a newer game on it, but that's not what this is.
Hey,
why
you ain't
is
seen
the
no
game
goddamn lemons, no goddamn
stopping
limes.
like I'm playing on PC? What the hell? Or like with a bad graphics card? Do I think? Oh, and one thing that I want to touch on as well, outside of the bugs and glitches, one of the things that I immediately checked to see if I could change was the fact that you can't leave first person mode. I really do not like that. And one of my friends who I was talking to actually called me, and that was the first thing she brought up as well, was we both really do not like the fact that you cannot play in third person, or you do not have the option to play in third person. I noticed that this isn't spoiling anything, but I noticed it was going to be a problem once they started flashing forward and showing your relationship with Jackie, and there was plenty of showing you looking in the mirror, and I was like, oh boy, no, we're not going to be able to play in third person. And which is disappointing because character customization is great and it's fun, and I spent like an hour and 45 minutes doing it. at the hairstyles for the females. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Where are the hairstyles? I was just going through these and where is it? Where is it? Where is this beautiful representation at? Let me find it. Look at all this stuff. Look at that. Hell yeah. My queens have fun. Bro, what? Whoa, what? Wait a second. Yo, what the fuck? What the hell? Huh? But once they kept showing like, oh, look at you in the mirror. Look at you in the mirror again. Look at you in the reflection. I was like, oh no. So what they did was they spent a lot of time making character customization great, except you ain't gonna see yourself. You're not really gonna be using it. But it's sad. Like I want to see my character. I want to see all the cool clothes that I'm gonna be getting, and I want to walk around the world of Cyberpunk 2077. I want to walk around Night City in my cool new gear, looking at my character. And it's unfortunate, but you can't do that. There's no option to switch to third person. And is that a deal breaker for me? I'm not really sure. I don't think so. But if that's something that they could change, which I don't think they can at this point. I wish there was third person. That's all I have to say. Now, do I think these bugs and glitches and rendering issues are deal breakers? Absolutely not. I think that these are things that are going to be patched rather quickly, and that shouldn't stop you from enjoying the game. But it is very annoying and the rendering, things looking terrible and rendering in is very jarring. Which brings us over to expectations. In my last video talking about Cyberpunk 2077, I was talking about the fact that there are a couple of things that I am concerned about with this game. One of which being that this game wasn't going to meet our expectations, and there's two sides to that. One of which being that this game just wasn't as good as we hyped it up, like we thought it was going to be. And then the other side to that is our expectations being so high, the bar set being so high that no matter what this CD Projekt Red did, this game wasn't going to meet our expectations. But like a friend of mine said, so now back to the bugs and glitches, a friend of mine who was trying to play on PC, she was telling me how this is unacceptable. She doesn't forgive them for it. She was basically explaining how CD Projekt Red had since 2012, since 2013, they've been working on this game too long for it to release with all of these issues. She was also explaining the fact that like everybody's basically saying unless you have one of these super expensive like $400, $300, $500 graphics cards, you're gonna have. For her, she was basically explaining that the game is it's unacceptable. The condition that it is on PC is completely unacceptable. It's not finished, and it's sad because she's been pumped for this game because she was following this since 2012, 2013. And unfortunately, I can kind of agree with that because I added to that, and my reply to her was like, yeah, like I kind of get what you're saying. This game they've been working on this game for so long, and then in addition to it being in the works for so long, they delayed the game so many times. And this is what I talked about in my last video about Cyberpunk, was that this game has been delayed a lot. And I'm surprised at the fact that when reading the reviews for the PC version of the game, people enjoyed the game, sure, but one thing that was common among all the reviews was everybody had to bring up the fact that there was a significant amount of bugs and glitches and errors and such. And my point was, I'm kind of shocked that it got the 91 that it did, and I was shocked to see what they weren't doing with all the delays, because I thought that with all of these delays being made, like the 3-4 of them, I think it was, I thought what was going on was that, yes, they may be adding a few things to the game to make it a little bit cooler, to meet their vision a little better. But for the most part, all of these delays were happening because they recognized the fact that there were so many bugs and glitches that they needed to take care of. And for the game to release like this after so long and after so many delays, it's yeah, I can see her point that her saying that it's unacceptable. Again, I don't think there's a reason to be alarmed, though. I think they're going to take care of the issues rather quickly. At least we hope so.